Okay. All right, very good. So everybody should be able to see that. So all right. So remember how we get when we log into Schoology, you go to your art page, we click on current assignments, lesson 2 has been posted. Now just to kind of recap what we talked about last week though, does anybody remember what we talked about last week and what we created last week? Juliana?
Last week, you let us see the virtual sketchbook, and you who showed us how we could create the cover.
Okay, perfect. Right. We created our sketchbooks and we talked about sketchbooks. Very good. Thank you, Juliana. And we also talked about what they're used for. So our sketchbook, and where is my sketchbook? See, I'm supposed to be prepared and I don't even think I'm prepared. Where is it? And I just had it earlier. Now I can't find it. But anyway, a sketchbook is a book that we sketch in. We practice. It's where we practice and experiment. Okay. And it's where we, instead of writing words, we draw pictures to represent what we feel or what we want to do and things of that nature. All right. So, hey, Miss Hodge. All right, you got here just on time. All right, so I'm gonna go back and share my screen. So last week we talked about sketchbooks, and this week, we're gonna revisit line. I know we kind of already talked about it, but now that I'm getting more people coming into the Zooms, we're kind of gonna, go back a little bit, but we're taking it slow. So this week we're gonna talk about lines. Some of you have already done this assignment, and that's okay. You're just ahead of the game, and this will give everybody else time to catch up because next week we're going to start talking about shapes and move on to a project from there. All right, so let me click in our lesson 2. Welcome to art. Let's zoom through these art zoom rules. A, arrive on time. R, remain seated in a quiet area with no distractions. T, turn on video. I, if you have a question, raise your hand. Remember, the way we raise our hand is we got to click on that reaction to raise our hand so that I can know to call on you just in case I don't see your physical hand. All right. S, stay on mute until I call on you. And T, think before you speak. Remember, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it important? Is it necessary? And is it kind? All right. So those are our rules. And let's do our art class mantra together. So everybody take yourselves off mute and we're going to repeat this together. All right. I am positive.
I am positive.
I am creative.
I am creative.
I am mindful.
I am mindful.
I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am an artist.
I
am an artist.
Very good. Thank you all for doing that. Hand clap, hand clap. Excellent. So remember, we always like to be positive. We can do whatever we put our minds to. All right. So we are going to start off today by watching a video about lines, and I know it's repetitive, but I want you all to really get this and to really understand that lines are all around us. Art is all around us, and you may not even realize it. And I love what Juliana said earlier, because she said that she noticed that there are lines right there inside of her house, okay? And just like they're in her house, they're around you as well. And I think Juliana has a question. Go ahead, Juliana.
Are we going to be writing anything in our sketchbook today?
You know what, Juliana, that is a great question. If we have time, I do have an assignment that I want us to do if we have time. So you are prepared. Just hold on to it. And we may or may not get to it, but hold on to it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and play. Oop, not that one. Not that one. Let me just click on it.
No.
Okay, so it says, what is a line? A line is a moving dot. So basically, we always start with the dot and we create lines, and we take that dot for a walk. Okay, so here's a picture of a staircase, and this artist brought a line for a walk on the stairway. So that's interesting. I like that. Okay. And there are two types of lines, one being organic and the other being linear. So what do we notice in the difference between organic and linear? Would somebody like to share? I see a hand. I think that's Amarian's. Go ahead, Amarian. What would you like to share? What's the difference between organic and linear from what you can see?
Linear is a straight line with stuff on it. Then organic is a line up and down.
Good. Okay, so organic, it flows. Okay, we can make it however we want to, versus a linear line is just straight. Okay. Now here goes some examples of linear lines. Does anybody know what this is from? What bridge is this in San Francisco? It begins with the G. Nobody knows? This is a part of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Okay, now here go some examples of organic lines. Okay. And they can vary in direction, width. Lines can be horizontal and lines can be vertical. Now that's not I don't like the way that they show this vertical line, because I want you all to know that vertical lines are straight up and down. So I'm not too crazy about that part. Okay. They can be diagonal. And they can be parallel. Parallel just basically means when the lines don't touch. So they can be side by side and they don't touch. Let's see, I got a lot of people coming in. Lines can be perpendicular, and that's where they cross. And they can be broken. And curve. All right, I'm gonna pause that right here. All right, and I want us to take a look at this. Now, some of you have already seen this. This was an assignment in Schoology. And again, like I said, a lot of people have not done this assignment, and some of you have. So this may look familiar to some of you, and this may not look familiar to some of you. But what this is, it's an image of the Wexner Center for the Arts. I didn't mean to get out of that. But it's in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, and I want us to take a look at this picture, and let's see if we can describe some of these lines. Would somebody like to go first? What kind of lines do we see in this architecture here? Let's see, I see Amarian's hand.
They are the linears.
Good. Okay. I heard somebody say straight lines. Who said that? That is correct. Is that Aiden?
Yes.
Good job, Aiden. Absolutely. Okay, we see some straight lines. What else? Okay. All right, good. All right, so we see some linear or straight lines like what Aiden and Amarian said. I even see some broken lines. Right in here. I see some, what kind of line is this right here? Can you see my mouse moving? What is it? What would this line?
Is it a diagonal line?
Very good.
Diagonal.
Thank you, Juliana. Diagonal, excellent. Okay, good. All right. So that's I think we're gonna have time, I think, to do our sketchbook. But let me show you really quickly before we dive into our sketchbook. So if you don't have your sketchbook made, it's okay. Just get a piece of paper and a pencil and just hold on to it. And while you all are getting that, I'm gonna show you our next project. So you might see this one that says line art snake. And let's see. Hold tight, bear with me. It would be helpful if you had the video to watch with it. All right, so here's a video that I show you step by step how to create your own line art snake. So you have to, I'm gonna show you mine. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so can y'all see my screen? Can you see it? All right, I see some thumbs up, excellent. All right, so you'll be creating your own line art snake. And I show you step by step in the video on how to create it. Now, the reason that I'm having you all to create it is because we're using different lines. All right, and I see a question. Go ahead, Juliana.
When does this due?
So you have a whole week to complete it, Juliana. So you have 7 days. You got 7 days to get complete this. Okay. All right, and we're using line. Notice how I have some different lines in here. Got some zigzag, curvy, curly, all types of lines. So this is what you'll be creating. Now you have the option. You can either cut it out and glue it like I did, or you don't have to cut it out. And I talk about that in the video. All right, so you should be going into Schoology to get to that. And it is called Line Art Snake. We have any questions about that? Okay, let's see, go ahead, Juliana.
And if we do cut it out, how are we going to glue it on the paper?
Well, and I show you that in the video. So you're gonna use either a glue stick, or if you have regular white glue, you just use some dots. Okay, you will glue that down. I show you step by step how to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. Okay, anybody else have any questions? Okay, wonderful. Now, the reason that I do the videos is because you get to take it at your own pace. So I don't want you to rush. You don't have to rush. You can play and pause the video as needed at your own pace. It's not something that has to be done in one day, because I don't want it rushed, and I don't want your parents doing your artwork for you either. Take your time, and I want you to do it. I want to see what you create. Okay? So this is our next project. And then next week, we're going to begin talking about shapes. And we're going to do something fun with that. Okay? Any more questions? All right. I don't see any hands, so. All right, hold on, boys and girls. Oh, I saw a hand. Yes, Amber?
I don't have glue.
You don't have glue? Okay, so you don't have to cut it out. So if you don't have glue, you don't have to cut it out. Okay? All right. Yes, Juliana?
Do you remember this picture in first grade?
I do, and you still have it. That's awesome. Love it. All right. Okay. Well, we got a few minutes left. If you have your sketchbooks or if you have a piece of paper and pencil, we're gonna get ready to do a sketchbook assignment. We may not finish, but that's okay. What did I do with my, all right. All right, so let me share my screen here. All right. So, yes. Huh? I'm sorry. What's the question?
Where is that video found that she needs to?
Okay, the video is found in Schoology. Are you all able to access Schoology?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yes, ma'am. If you have your child go when they go to their course dashboard, let me share real quick. When they go to their course dashboard, they should be clicking in art. And then if they go to current assignments, it's gonna be in the lesson 2 tab. And it'll be right here where it says line art. And I think I forgot to post it, but before we get off, I'll have that video posted there, but it'll be posted right in here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Ooh, let's see. Y'all, that time done went by fast. We may not have time. We may have to wait until next week, but I'm gonna give you this sketchbook assignment anyway. You can do this if you like to. It's for fun. All right. You all should be able to see my screen. Okay. So this is the idea machine, okay? And I really like this. It's pretty cool because it's gonna give us an idea of what to create. Okay, now whatever it gives, you don't have to do that if you don't feel comfortable doing it. This is just something fun for us to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna press our little idea monkey here and see what he gives us. Okay. A fantastic baby-ish postman. That's pretty funny. How would you create a fantastic baby-ish postman? Does anybody have any ideas about that? Or we want to do a different one? I see some head nods. No, Marianne. Let's see. Oh, Juliana, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I couldn't see you.
I was thinking a
I see some thumbs down. Go ahead, Juliana.
I was thinking a baby in a postman suit with a mustache and a hat.
Now that would be creative. So you're gonna take that one, right?
Maybe if my mom lets me.
Okay. I see a lot of thumbs down. Let's see. Let's try another one. All right. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay. A silly rainbow auntie. Now I'm an auntie and my nephew, he thinks that I'm hilarious. So I can relate to this one. Go ahead, Juliana.
I was thinking about we draw an auntie and she's rainbow.
Okay. All right, that's your idea. Okay, Amber, I see a thumbs up, so that's a good one. Okay. All right, so if this will be something that you can do on your own, y'all. We have run out of time. We have run out of time, but if you want to do that one, you're more than welcome to do so. I know some of you, third grade, y'all go to PE. You have PE at
1:30.
1:30. Oh yeah, so you need to be going to PE right after this, third grade. All right, so does everybody understand what they're doing for the line art snake? This is for third grade. I see a lot of people that are not in third grade in here. Go ahead, Amarian.
Can I have your background? I like it. Can I have your background on your phone? I like it.
Oh, you do? If I knew how to get it to you, Amarian, I would. But thank you. All right. So Juliana, can you give us a refresher? What's our project for this week for 7 when we come back?
Our project for this week is the art line snake.
Yeah, very good. All right, third grade. Bye, Marian. Bye, Juliana. Bye, Amber.
Bye.
See y'all next week. Bye, Javier. Layla has a question. Go ahead. Who is Layla? He's in a different grade. I think Layla, take yourself off mute. Let me see.
Oh, Layla. There's something about Layla.
I can't unmute you. I don't know how to unmute you.